What's up, Throdle? Do you know where the term bustle back comes from? Or even which cars they reference? Well, in that case, keep watching, because today you're in for a ride. Hi, I'm Nadine, the co-founder of the Throdle app, and today I'm in Missouri with my good friend Norman.
Hi Nadine, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Which car are you going to show us today?
Well, today I'd like to show the 1983 Cadillac Seville. The model was made from 1980 through 1985, and some people really love it and some people really do not like it. The wheels are from the touring package. The original purchaser of this car ordered it for the Seville. And what it does is it gives a much firmer ride than the standard suspension.
Oh, okay, very nice. So as we carry on here, maybe you can talk to us about, well, what is a bustle back exactly?
The bustle back refers to the trunk. The term started in the 1930s with Rolls-Royce and Bentley. A lot of the custom coach builders would use a rear end styling much like this. It would come out as the window does, come straight out and then straight down. Cadillac copied that style for the Seville from 80 through 85, and Cadillac owners applied the term bustle back to it because that is really what many people called the Rolls-Royce and Bentley styling, bustle back.
So I can see we still have the plaque, yet another one for 1983 Cadillac Seville Cocoa.
That's right.
Where does the name Cocoa come from?
The colors of the car.
Ah, of course.
White and briar brown.
That is very good. Now, to me, this reminds me so much of my dad's Oldsmobile. I mean, all the different functions, it looks like an exact carbon copy. Well, why is that?
Olds was made by General Motors, as was Cadillac. General Motors used the same body shells, a lot of the same interior equipment between Oldsmobile, Buick, Pontiac, Cadillac, sometimes even Chevrolet.
So earlier you said to me that people either love this car or they hate this car. What is it that they don't like exactly?
It's really the bustle back. The front of the car up to the B-pillar here is very much the same as the Eldorado. The Seville used that same styling up to the B-pillar, and then with the trunk they added the bustle back.
It seems very dark in here. Was there ever an option that maybe you could do something different with it?
There were a lot of options available, and the sunroof was one of them.
Can you show us or tell us a little bit more about those options?
Sure, we have some books in the barn that we can take a look at.
Sure, sounds good. Let's take a look.
Okay. So these are some of the roof options for the Eldorado, and for the Seville you could get a vinyl roof. You could also get a sunroof that was available.
So, what is this book that we have over here?
It's a book of literature I put together about the car. It shows a lot of the ads. Often the colors of our car appeared in the ads.
Oh, that's right.
Here's a white one. Blue was a nice color that they used.
Perfect. And here it is.
Somebody had the idea that the Seville would make a great roadster. So they took the four-door car, turned it into a two-door car without a back seat.
Well, how about we take a ride?
Let's do that.
Okay. So how did you find Cocoa?
The car was advertised in Dallas when we were living there, and we'd been looking for a Seville of this era. We really loved the body style. The car had been owned by a government worker in Dallas. He used it as his daily driver, so it had quite a bit of mileage on it.
So presently I know that you're retired, but you do a lot of volunteer work. So can you talk a little bit about the auto clubs that you belong to?
There are 6 car clubs that I belong to. There's one in Lawrence, Kansas, one in Kansas City, Missouri, and another that is really in Independence, Missouri.
And do you volunteer at any automobile museums? Or?
There is a recently formed antique auto museum in Olathe, Kansas. I volunteer there once a week. We get over 450 cars there.
Wow, okay. And do you showcase your own there?
I do usually bring at least one car and then work with the museum people to get the show field set up and check cars in.
Do you think you might get another classic car, or for the same reason you just don't have enough room in the barn?
That's the problem, not enough room in the barn. And I had a conversation with Margaret. Said, this is a lovely car, I'd love to get it. You don't have any room in the barn. Oh, I came to the conclusion I don't have any more room in the barn.
Okay, sounds good. Now, as somebody who doesn't know much about the whole history of Cadillacs, I'd love it if you could tell me, which are the ones that are the most rare?
The custom-built Cadillacs of the 1920s, 1930s would be the most rare. The V16 and V12 Cadillacs of the 1930s are also quite rare. There weren't a lot of them made. Almost all of them have survived, except for those that were turned in for steel reclamation during World War II.
You kind of touched on this before when we were walking around your barn, but do you ever give tours of your barn or of your cars to anyone? Like an experience? Have you put one together?
We've done that a number of times with different car clubs. They've come out to the property and we've toured the barn and gone for a ride with the old cars. Just about every year we've done that with a church group that we call the Classics. They come out, we have lunch at the house, and then we tour the barn and go for rides in the old cars.
So I had a really good time with you here in this 1983 Cadillac. So how can people keep in touch with you, Norman?
Well, if you liked what you saw today, like or share this, and if you have any questions, leave a comment below.
If you want to follow Norman, his car, and other people like him, then download the Throdle app for iOS or Android. And for daily posts, you can always follow our Instagram or our Facebook page at Throdle. But if you like today's content, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you get notified when we put up new stuff. So thanks for watching, and join us next time as Throdle's driving connections and fueling experiences. Let's go!
All right.